Alright, what is going on, everybody? It is Tristan here, and today in this video I want to kind of give you guys a simple and quick video that just kind of discusses why holding sneakers is risky and kind of tough right now, and why, again, I still encourage it to a degree, but again, you got to just understand what kind of comes with it, how it is risky, and that's always kind of what I'm trying to mention with you guys. I'm always trying to give the best advice I can, when it comes to maybe if you only have one pair of a certain sneaker, things like that. I'll bring up examples, but I hope you all will enjoy this video if you want more content like this. And of course, feel free to subscribe and like down below. I mean, again, you can always check me out there, and I got a cook group coming soon. I want to say this, check out this Instagram page right here, Height Lab CG. I'm working on it right now with my boy Drew. Shout out him. And we're right now that it's in the works, whole process, so just kind of stay tuned there. Some of y'all have already been following it, but it's going to provide a lot for you guys. We're going to have food discounts, botters. We're going to have raffle monitors, release monitors, kind of for future and current ones. We're going to have sneakers monitors, for shock drops and different things like that, so you won't miss those. It's going to kind of be like an all-in thing. We're going to have some partnerships for proxies. We're working on a couple other ones. I don't want to mention them yet, but pretty much once the group opens, we're going to get those started, and a lot of things are going to be provided, so I'm very happy about that. So just stay tuned, and I hope you guys will enjoy it. Let's kind of get into discussing why holding sneakers is risky right now. Let's try and hit 300 likes on this video. But let's kind of get into why holding sneakers is risky. So of course, the first reason as to kind of why holding sneakers has some slight risk right now, why it's kind of been tough for people, is because, of course, restocks. There's been a lot of restocks recently. Nike has been getting their bag from that, and I just kind of want to mention this with a lot of these Jordan 4s, things like that. Those are long-term holds because they will perform decent over time, especially if it's kind of a good wearable colorway. For example, like the military black Jordan 4s, that's a good wearable colorway. Definitely could see that being higher up in price in the future. Fire Red 4s were an incredible example of that. The recent version that dropped in 2020. Just go look at how those kind of performed, as from its chart. Really, really good. If again, got it at the retail price. I was lucky to get my personal pair for retail, so that was pretty dope. I remember that was kind of back before, I remember hitting on it, and I was like, well, they're at $250. They're not really reselling. I'm going to keep them. And I appreciate myself for that decision because, it's a great pair to have in the collection, and definitely paying reselling them right now would not be ideal. But just kind of the first thing I want to mention, I think I've mentioned this in the past, just restocks. You got to kind of understand that if you get a lot of pairs of a certain sneaker, expect it to potentially restock, not resell, excuse me. I mean, of course, if you get 50 pairs of something or 20 pairs of something, you will expect it to resell, but just kind of expect something that's kind of like a more common go-to, easy to wear colorway to restock. That's just, again, some I want to mention. I mean, I even think the Jackie Robinson dunks, I think we could see a potentially, little restock for those in the future. I think it's definitely possible. They've already done, a sneaker. They've pretty much done the exact same thing that they did with the military 4s, the recent ones that dropped, that they've done for the Jackie Robinsons. They did that little, sneakers pass, in certain cities. Then they had, the drop on sneakers much later from, when there was actual early pairs being sold. It's a very similar style of how they've dropped it. So I'm just saying, if the Jackies restocked in the future, I would not be shocked. Hence why I do think it is a good long-term hold. But again, with any sneaker right now, and how it is as a hold, it's not beneficial to only hold one pair of most sneakers. Even reverse mochas, I think it's fine to hold them, still if you want. But I was encouraging you guys. I was like, hey, if you only have one pair, of course, if you want to hold this through this little dip we're gonna have, feel free, because we did have a dip on the mochas. There were some sizes selling at $950, $925 a couple days ago. Now, of course, they're back up at like $1090 to $1350. So of course they're rising back up in price now. It just always happens. The undercutters sell, dip market, everyone freaks out for a little bit, and then it goes right back up once everybody is gone. That's just kind of scared of the hold. But I'm not saying if you don't hold a sneaker you're scared. You're probably being smart most of the time. Really, you're just taking that profit immediately. You're reinvesting it. I fully encourage that. I try and do that with most pairs. Heck, I just did that with the Bart Simpson SBs. Although I think it's a great long-term play, I'm going to take that money now and I'm going to put it into, that next release that, again, I can get profit from. And that's what I've been doing with most pairs right now. And of course, the reason why reverse mochas is still a good hold, even with that little dip it's had, is just because of how limited that sneaker was, how, the average person couldn't actually get that pair. So when you really think about that, that's going to cause that sneaker to go up because people have to pay the high price to get that sneaker. You're not seeing anybody getting that sneaker really for retail anymore right now. Or your average, person on the street. Again, I mean, I've seen some people, of course, that have follow, shout out to some of my subscribers, getting like 12 pairs, they're getting people from like the UK to reship them down. Like y'all really be thinking ahead now, and I respect that heavily. So shout out to all my people that got those reshippers on deck, doing all that, because you definitely know what you're doing, and I think that's fully respectable. But it's not easy to do that. You know, you got to be in, like, there's sometimes you got to be in a group, things like that. You got to be really well connected. But just in terms of, you know, the average sneaker right now, it's not like the reverse mochas where you're probably going to see it in a couple months at $1,500 plus. And the reason that I was encouraging people to sell it when it was at $1,500, you know, kind of that $1,400, $1,500 range, is just because the amount of money that it is. That's $1,200, $1,300 of one sneaker. And again, the reason, and the only people that I was encouraging really to sell it was the people with one pair. If you had 2, 3, 4, 5 pairs, I was saying, hey, keep this one, going to be a great long-term hold. You're going to make a couple grand from it. But if you were somebody that, you know, again, had that one pair, if I'm still waiting on my back door, but I don't know how that's going to work out in terms of like when that's going to come through, things like that. It's kind of hard to find it out, but I will probably get that solved. It's just going to, you know, take a while, which is like, dang. But main reason that, again, these you know, sneaker holds are risky is just because restocks. And of course, another thing that I could mention that's, you know, very common and, you know, easy kind of to understand is, you know, again, gas prices, food prices, everything is kind of, you know, at that high point right now. A lot of people have their money tied up, or, you know, some people just are kind of, you know, confused on what to do with their money, things like that. So kind of understanding that people aren't going to be buying sneakers, you know, buying extra things that they need. And of course, we've mentioned this in videos in the past, those COVID prices were super inflated. They were. That's just kind of a fact we have to stick with, because, I mean, we will probably get some recovery towards those prices, but we're never going to hit those prices again, in my opinion, just because, I mean, we're going to have more people that would need to get into sneakers first, which, I mean, of course, more people are getting into shoes every year, but when you kind of think about it like this, here's what I was going to say. We're not getting stimulus checks every week, so people aren't having that extra money just to kind of throw around at shoes or, you know, invest in sneakers. Sneaker investing isn't as big as it used to be, in my opinion. I mean, we still have a lot of people, you know, doing buy, sell, hold, things like that, but we're kind of in a different, you know, state right now of the game. A lot of people are just quick flipping their sneakers. They're not trying to hold on to things. Of course, I still have a bunch of, you know, sneakers kind of in my inventory. I do have an inventory of sneakers, about 30 pairs, but I'm able to do that comfortably. You know, I still got money in the bank, you know, like I can comfortably have 30 pairs and, you know, I'll be straight, you know. Those pairs, like, whatever can happen to them happens, you know. I'll still be good the next day. But I'm just saying, well, of course, you know, I'm not saying, you know, come get them. That was totally the wrong thing to say, but you know what I mean? Like, if they were to crash in price, I'm not going to be super affected by it. I still will probably, you know, I'll still be fine at the end of the day. But yeah, we got sneakers day soon, a couple other things. Shout out Elliot Page. I'm seeing his kind of YouTube thumbnail here. Let me know if you guys want a video on Yeezy Day. I mean, I gave a pretty full and, you know, easy breakdown on Yeezy Day in a video a couple weeks ago. But if y'all want another Yeezy Day video, let me know. I'll do that if you guys go follow my cook group down below. And that's really everything I need to say. If you guys want to subscribe, like, you know, check me out down below. I want to really hear your reasons though on why you think holding sneakers, all that is risky right now. Of course, I think another reason is more people are getting into it. When more people are into something and more people are doing something, it's going to be, you know, kind of harder for it to rise in price. But I mean, if more people are holding a certain pair, that will cause it to rise in price because there'll be less pairs on the market, you know. But again, check me out down below. Like goal I said was 300 likes. Again, my cook group, I will link that down below. Hype Lab CG. Go give me a follow there. We're gonna have a ton of things to provide for you guys, like a ton of things. No joke when I say that. We're gonna have, you know, really good botters. I'm testing them out this week. Then we're also, you know, gonna have that bot support if you're trying to learn how to bot. We have people that will teach you that. What else am I gonna say? We got. You know, of course, I'll always be there to help and answer you guys' questions. I'm going to be very active on this chat, way more active than I was in my community server. My kind of Discord that I got in the description right now, that's going to be deleted today and going to be replaced with this one coming soon. The one that I'll actually, you know, kind of put my time towards, focus on. And it's going to be a real deal thing, you know. It's going to, again, have everything. You know, we're going to have food discounts, like movie ticket discounts, like a ton of things. You know, we're going to have, like, it's a pretty dope system of what we got. So that's everything I need to say. I'm Tristan. Thank you, guys. And we're adding things every day. Partnerships, huge one, massive partnership coming soon also in that group, so stay tuned. And there's no joke when I say that. It's going to be awesome. So I'll see you on the next one. Thank you, guys, and hopefully I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.